Man, it is time to see what is going down. So turn on, tune in, and don't drop out till you watch this video. So my family and friends want my recipe for salsa in case I die. So this is what I do. I got about 25 tomatoes here, Roma. I told my brother to get the really good ones. He got me a bunch of green ones, so I'll never send my brother to get the ingredients again. Got cilantro, some green onions, bell pepper, garlic, jalapenos, habaneros, lime. I believe I got everything, and some pepper, some salt, and some tomato sauce. Need tomato sauce because when you get tomatoes that look like that, you'll never get any good tomato taste. So that's why I put the tomato sauce in it. So it takes about 2 hours to prepare this. So I'm not going to record everything, but I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. Just another thing, make sure you got good sharp knives. Sharpening tool, and this little handy dandy thing here will help you out a little bit, cutting the cilantro. I also got this device here for the garlic. That always helps. So I start off with the tomatoes because probably take the longest. All I'm going to do is just cut the end off. Not much to it, you just want to cut them in pieces. So I kind of take it and hit it from the side here. Turn it around a little bit, get that last slice there. Start chopping. Ain't nothing to it. About as big as I get them. Put them in the pan there. Once you get one, you can do it however you want. I never blend my stuff, or at least my tomatoes especially, because I like the little chunks in there. Again, just keep going. And 2 hours later, you'll have some of the best salsa you've ever made. So I got 23 or 22 out of the 25 tomatoes. I think that's a good healthy mess of tomatoes in there, chopped up. Another thing, good music. Keep the remote control handy. Now the cilantro. Now I told my brother a couple of bundles and he got me 3, 4. I don't know. I texted him even. Figured he could read. But I think a couple of bundles at least. I usually cut off all the stems a little bit. Most of it. And we start chopping. Chop, 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 chop. No other way to do it. Try to about that big. Alright, some small pieces to go in there. Probably an easier way to chop this, but this is what I got. Now, I'm going to continue on with my chopping, and I'm going to pause this. So, like I said, get it like that. Real small pieces, and I went away from this and just started to hit it like that a little bit, all the way across, kind of chop through it. And there you go. That's cilantro. Now, on to my green onions. Looks like the store already cut the ends off. Now I just gotta, I usually use up to about right there. Some of this stuff I just throw away. I have to, I'll leave a little bit more, but that's, and just go ahead and, like these, I'll just cut them in half or something like that, or cut them this way, start going at it. So you can do. I used to have a little chopper, made it a little bit easier, but it died. But you just keep going. For you, just gather them all up and start running your knife through it. So I got a lot more to go here, so I'm going to shut you down so I can get back to my music. Now that I got the onions done, starting to come together a little bit there. So, next ingredient is garlic. It takes a while. So, put on some good music and start peeling. So there you go. It wasn't so bad. I used about 4 bundles of green onions and 1 whole garlic head. And so all I do is just put it in this little machine here and start pressing. See that? It just comes right out. And just keep going that way. This is a little handy dandy tools here. It makes it so much easier than chopping it. And it tastes just as good. Actually, it squeezes some of that juice out of there and makes it even better for the salsa. So back to the music. Now bell peppers. I usually get green, but my brother, he got me red. And I'm sure it's going to make the salsa taste just as good. So just kind of pour it out. Probably should have had a smaller knife to pour it out, but it'll get there. Just keep cutting. There's nothing special to it, just make it into size of that seed there basically. That's how I do it. I just keep chopping until I get till my arms get tired. So anyway, back to the music. So here's our bell pepper, all chopped up. This is just till my arm wore out, is how much I chop it. There we go. Next is our jalapenos. Now, usually I put these in a bowl, a separate bowl, until and then I'll figure out if they're hot or not, because sometimes I get some of these jalapenos and they got no, they're weak as a bell pepper in their heat. So that, and we'll get these chopped up, get back to my music, get started again with chopping. And remember, we chop these just as fine as we possibly can, just like the bell pepper. So, here's our jalapenos. I'm just going to put a little dash of them in there, like that. They seem a little bit warm, and made my throat kind of scratchy because of the fumes. And I'll put the rest of it in this bowl here, just in case I need to heat it up a little bit. But my wife, she don't like it too hot, so I'll probably split this batch up so I can bring the heat up a little bit. For those who brave through the intensity. Now comes our habaneros. Oh yeah. Same thing, chop them up really fine. Put them in a bowl. So that way you can figure out, because these are, the heat on these are inconsistent too. So you just got to figure out where you're at. I like the taste of them whenever I put it in the salsa. It's a little bit, puts a little like a sweet taste into it from the habanero. You can tell it's in there. So anyway, back to my music so I can keep chopping it. So we're down to our end. Right now I'm going to put some tomato sauce in here. Start with 3 cans because there's a lot here. Usually is. We can go through this easily in 2 weeks. When you had a big family, like I had a big family around, it lasts about 3 or 4 days. If I didn't heat it up a little bit, even less sometimes. So I only know how to make it in one way, and that's with a lot of ingredients. So like I said, I'm just going to stir this up. Hopefully I don't get too much all over the place, but you know, and after we get this stirred up, we're going to start putting in the limes. Oh yeah. See, that looks good. Smells good too, but we ain't done yet. So, this lime up here. Kind of roll them around before I open them up, and that way get more lime. And start easy on this stuff because, you know, you want to make sure that it doesn't get too over that lime taste in there, because kind of it takes away from the rest of the ingredients and their taste. Because that lime is pretty strong sometimes. around good. Now I'm going to, I bet you I'm going to have to take the top off of this. So anyway, now that I got it all stirred up, I'm about ready to add my pepper here. Just enough to say I did. Something like that. You'll know. It doesn't always come out right first couple of times you do salsa. Sometimes you're going to make some mistakes. Some is just going to be a little bit too much salt or whatever, but you get the hang of it. Eventually, you do it enough and you get to where you kind of tell where you're at in the ingredients. So now, let's see how hot it is right now. Let me get me a spoon. Anyway, I don't want to make it too hot because my wife is a tickler. Yeah, it ain't hot at all. Let's give it some more of these jalapenos here. Bring it up. Add some salt. Don't over salt it, because that just ruins the taste. So just put in and just keep tasting until you find the right amount of salt. Like I said, folks, it takes a couple hours at least to make this stuff. I think I'm going to add some more lime here. Well, in a minute. Let me do that. Let me give me another taste here. I'll give them a spoon. I'll throw it in the sink. Oh, you left it in there. Alright, well, let's give it a taste, see where we're at. I think the heat's just fine. I'm going to add some more lime a little bit. A little bit more salt. Just enough to say I did. Now my wife didn't want me to do this video because she said it should be a family secret, but no secret in making salsa. Pretty much guess what's in it. The only thing I do different maybe than most people is put that habanero in there. And like I said, I don't want to make it too hot for my wife, so I'll split this up and put that habanero in another another bowl. Let's see where we're at here. Oh yeah. That's great. Well, that's what it is. It's AJ Salsa. Good luck making it. Make sure you play the right music. So remember, my friends, subscribe to this channel, press the like button, and share this video with your friends. And let's make a difference in the world. Where the dear Lord was crucified, who died to save us all. There was no other good enough to pay the price of sin. He